Hi.
Hi,
Um, Welcome to Something's Wrong with Us.
because there is something wrong with us.
I'm Shreyu.
And I'm Parker.
And today we are going to do this is an episode I have been talking about forever. For like if you've seen all of the episodes, I think I've mentioned it once every episode.
Oh, yeah.
And we are going to be ranking the MCU Infinity Saga. Yippee! Yippee! We both have our laptops out here
You didn't see that. That didn't happen.
with the tier lists on it. This should if you're listening and not watching this, it should still be like the same experience because we're kind of just like
We'll be talking
about
through
it.
it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anything you're going to be having to watch to understand.
Yeah.
On that note, if you are a viewer, you may notice we are in new surroundings. Whoa. Believe it or not, we actually have a space now.
We don't only exist in Parker's car.
Yes,
crazy.
I know, insane. I know it's become like part of our brand. I know all of our viewers, all of our 4 million viewers out there are going to be really sad to see the car gone. But
4 million, more like 4.
I don't know what you're talking about. So hopefully in future episodes we get to hang out and hear more. I think that this is probably a better area for filming podcasts because
honestly, it's like the lighting.
The lighting,
a big part.
yeah. Also, we won't have to worry about people walking past the car and wondering what the freak we are doing.
Why are there two girls randomly sitting in a car for like 4 hours straight just talking into mics?
Horrible. It's also going to be a lot better on my gas mileage. So, yeah. Anyways, very excited for this episode, so I think we should just get right into it.
Oh, yes, let's explain a little bit about the tiers. We have this is like we're using like the tier maker app
Tier
or
list.
whatever.
Classic tier list.
Classic tier list. S tier being best, then next is A, B, C, D, and then F. And yeah, and we are just doing the Infinity Saga movies. We're not doing any of the TV shows. And then we are also sorry, one of my movies was out of order, and so I got distracted. And we are also not doing anything past the Infinity Saga, so we're ending on Spider-Man Far From Home. I know some people say that Spider-Man Far From Home is not part of the Infinity Saga. Yes, it is. It is canonically part of the Infinity Saga, it also is in the Infinity Saga in my soul. I need it to be in the Infinity Saga for my soul.
Exactly. So true. It is though. Like it is in the Infinity Saga. It's in like the same like that was like the end of everything as we know it, you know what I mean? So
and I think this is based off of release order and not chronological order. Not that I would do it in chronological order. I'm watching the movies for the first time ever in chronological order. And it's low-key not that big of a difference. Like it hasn't changed
kind
anything.
of, yeah, I think it definitely is in release order. But yeah, again, it's not a huge, actually wait, I can test this. I can test this right now.
It is in release
order.
It is in release
order.
If it wasn't, because
if it was canonically,
you know.
yeah. And also, well, yes, Captain Marvel, obviously I didn't even look at that one, but I was looking for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And where Thor comes in.
Guardians, I did not know that in chronological order it was Guardians 1 and then immediately Guardians 2. I'm finding out things for the first time. This is crazy to me. This is groundbreaking information, but I'm having a really fun time doing it. I am on Civil War right now, and so I'm like right at like that good part of the MCU, right when the movies are perfect, and I love it. Anyways, enough talking about me and rewatching these movies as if I don't do this. Like I do this like more than once a year. It's actually a problem.
It's like a biannual thing. Actually, no, would biannual be every 2 years or is it twice a year?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Guys,
I don't care.
Guys, we're in college.
Is this, hey chat, is this information that you should know at 20 years old? Anyways, moving on.
Okay, let's start with our first movie. Iron Man, 2008. Iconic, beautiful. It's a wonderful movie. I don't think this movie is S tier. I think everybody agrees with me that this movie is not S tier. I mean, unless you're like a diehard Iron Man fan, it's S tier for the Iron Man movies. Um, but it's not bad. It's not a bad movie. It's not amazing, but it's not amazing because they just like this is where they were starting off, you know? So like no start is like absolutely perfect, and I bet there are like a lot of changes both the creators would make and fans would want. But I definitely think I know where I want to rank it. Do you have anything to say
Okay.
before you?
Yeah, I think I am kind of a diehard Iron Man fan. I love Iron Man. But this is also not an S tier for me. It's actually not even my favorite Iron Man movie. I really like it.
It's my favorite.
Also from a comic book perspective, I really like this movie because I really like what they did with the character, and they like expanded on it so much, and they like characterized him so well in this movie. Like from like this point on, you know who Iron Man was. Literally, in the words of Robert Downey Jr., you know who I am. So
I am Iron Man.
you know that was like his Twitter bio for like not I am Iron. It was you know who I am. Like that was his Twitter bio for like the past like 10 years. I think he changed it.
I love him.
Like, a couple years
I
ago.
love Robert Downey Jr.
RDJ
so
is like
much.
the best ever.
I want to meet him so badly. There are like celebrities.
We could do a whole episode on Robert Downey
No,
Jr.
literally.
Actually.
I love him.
So
I love like
much.
I've seen like not a lot of things that he's in, but I've seen enough that like I know that he's like not just a fantastic Iron Man, but also a fantastic actor in general. And that's how I feel about like a lot of the Marvel actors. I've seen a lot of them in a lot of different things because I'm just a fan of like everyone.
Exactly. Especially like the main of it, like the original Avengers. They have a really special place in my heart. They really do. Especially Jeremy Renner, which is really like
I wish we had an app to talk about Jeremy Renner.
I know, and I also wish that we had an Amazon page where we could buy what Jeremy was buying.
Guys, come on, can we like invent an app about this? Like I just wish it existed.
I just like need a place to buy exactly what Jeremy Renner wants me to buy.
Can you guys tell that we're massive nerds, that we are like the nerdiest people? Like maybe not the nerdiest people alive, but we are the nerdiest MCU fans alive. Unfortunately, because why are we referencing the comic books? Hello, in the big 2-6.
The big 2-6, we're referencing the comic books. Anyways, I know where I want to place this.
I do too.
Okay.
I'm doing B tier.
I'm also doing B tier.
Oh my god, what if we just end up with the exact same rankings?
I don't know if we will.
I don't think we will. I don't think we will, and it's because I have very strong opinions about certain movies.
I also have very strong opinions about certain movies, and one of those strong opinions is actually coming up next.
Oh, well, I think we have the same. Okay.
We definitely have the same strong opinion regarding this one.
Hulk. I hate this movie. I think I've seen this movie once, which is crazy because I just said that I rewatch these movies every year. I skip Hulk every time.
In my head, Hulk is not really a part of the MCU. It kind of falls more into like, because it was like it was pre-Avengers. You know what I mean? Like it was pre when they started figuring out what they were doing. So I don't know.
Really, like the only important character from it, and this is crazy. It's not Hulk, because I feel like in my mind, if you just skip the movie and then he gets introduced to you in Avengers, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be like, it's gonna be chill. I think the only important character from the Hulk movie is Senator Ross.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when he shows up for the first time again, which I do think is Civil War.
Yeah, it is.
You don't know who he is if you haven't seen the Hulk movie.
Yeah.
And then it's also like this is for people who still watch the movies to this day, which like me. And if you've seen Iron Man: Brave New World, you also like don't really know who he is unless you've seen Hulk, and also unless you've seen
Iron Man. Iron Man: Brave New World.
I'm losing my mind. I meant Captain America: Brave New World. What? How did I mess that up? What?
Okay.
Anyways.
Sometimes I forget Civil War is in a Captain America. Sometimes I forget Civil War is a Captain America movie because it's like it kind of just feels like an Avengers movie.
To me, it's Avengers 2.5.
It is Avengers 2.5, and Yeah. Anyways,
I
love Civil
love
War.
I love Civil War.
I feel like we'll probably
Oh
have
my
similar
god,
opinions about Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War is like genuinely
Um,
one of my favorite movies
Anyways,
like ever.
yeah, Hulk I also really don't like at all. Even from like a comic book standpoint, they kind of it was like okay from like a comic standpoint. I say this as somebody who loves the Marvel comics and like they changed the comics after the movies obviously. They modeled a lot of the character transitions after them, like Iron Man, because you don't really get to see a whole lot of Tony's personality in the comics until after the first Iron Man film, and then they just kind of turned him into Robert Downey Jr., which I think is incredible. I love him.
I love
But
it.
the Hulk movie is like okay, I guess, from a comic book standpoint. But the film itself is trash. It's like actually, it's like garbage.
So I think you know where we're both ranking
Yeah.
this, and that's F.
F tier.
F tier.
F tier. Straight to F tier.
Our first F tier movie. I don't think there's gonna be a lot.
I don't think
do
so
really
either.
like a lot of these movies.
I think a lot of my problems with the MCU movies come in past Infinity Saga, so
facts.
I don't really have a whole lot.
But I do have some
F-tiers.
past Infinity Saga movies, which I fully do think I would rank S tier, which is a bold ass statement, but it's a statement. And there's a couple that are like below F tier. There is one that I would rank in like the pits of hell. Like it would be like if the tears kept going, it would be letter Z. And that's the second Doctor Strange movie. I hate that movie. I hate that movie
literally
so much. I could like maybe make an entire podcast episode where I just talk about how much I hate that movie.
I low-key we should do an episode talking about like all of the like the MCU like shows and like things like that.
I haven't seen the Infinity Saga ones.
Really. I've seen like all of them. I've also seen I've also seen Agents of Shield. I've seen all of the previously non-canon but now canonized.
What even is Agents of Shield, bro? Like what
the fuck is that? I love Agents of Shield. I really really like Agents of Shield. But anyways,
I think I stopped watching it after like season 2 or 3.
Okay,
I got bored.
We're on to.
We need to get on with this list because we are spending so much time on each movie.
Yes. We're on to Iron Man 2 now.
Yes. Iron Man 2. I'm not gonna lie, this one, I feel like all three of the Iron Man movies, none of them are really my favorite, and my favorite out of the three is the first one. But that's fully personal opinion. I think this is like gonna probably be like the first ones we probably like disagree on. I don't know. Are you a fan of Iron Man 2?
I do like Iron Man 2, but I don't know. I have very mixed feelings on the Iron Man movies. I know, like earlier, I said Iron Man 1's not my favorite out of all of the Iron Man movies, and that is a true statement. And it's because I really like how they characterize him in the later movies past the first one. Like, Iron Man 2 is not my favorite, which I guess that kind of eliminates the ones that are. But it's like it's good. It's good. It's a good movie. I like it. It's not the best one out of the Iron Man films in my opinion.
I think my biggest problem with the Iron Man films is the villains are just so non-memorable. Especially in Iron Man 2. I felt like both Whiplash or whatever his name is, Whiplash. And what Justin Hammer, they're both they're so forgettable. Like after that movie, they just kind of don't like they're boring too. They're not really that interesting as characters in the first place, and I don't know. I just don't really. I think my biggest problem with all of the Iron Man movies is the villains. It's also like low key. Like this movie's like low key misogynistic.
That is yes. That
like
is true.
Out of all of like they're all like
this is the one.
Let's be for real. The MCU has a problem with
this. This is the one where we are introduced to Scarlett Johansson's character in the worst way possible.
I like cringe.
It's literally. It makes me so sad because ScarJo's like such an incredible person. Like she's so awesome, and you can just I don't know. You can see the way that like the objectification has impacted her. And it was definitely most evident, I think, in Iron Man 2. just based off of the way that they characterized her. And then every time she showed up after that, it just kind of wasn't great until the more recent films.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm ranking Iron Man 2 as D.
I think I'm gonna rank it as a C tier just because I am fond of the Iron Man films.
I was like debating that. I was like either low C or D tier.
Yeah, for me it's C just because like I said, I'm a huge Iron Man defender. Iron Man was my favorite superhero growing up, and he was so cool. He was so awesome. And I also have an incredible attachment to RGJ or DJ, which I mentioned in a previous episode. I had like a character based off of him that I made, which like I love him. I literally drew art of him not that long ago because like I made that episode and I was like, I need to make content, so then I did. But yeah, so I love Iron Man. Iron Man's awesome. So that's why I ranked it one above D, but it's not my favorite. I have issues with that movie.
Okay. Our next movie, Thor. Uh, I just want to start this off by saying, I low-key only like one Thor movie, and it's very obvious which one because it's the one everyone likes. Hashtag not original. The first movie, it's not. It's I would say it's my second favorite Thor movie, which says a lot about how much I don't like the Thor movies. Um, I just I I just find it a little bit boring. That's really it. I find it a little bit boring. I don't really like his character in this first movie. I feel like his character is so much better later on. Um, but that makes sense. I mean, it's like more like it's like character growth. But I it feels like there's some scenes where it feels like he genuinely was like born yesterday, and I'm like, can we like stop? Can we not do that? Like, I just have like a couple like minor issues with it, and I also find the side characters kind of boring. Like I really hate what's her name? Not Jane, but the other girl. God,
The one with the glasses.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
don't
just
know her
hate her
name either
character.
because I actually
She's so
don't
annoying.
really care about her. I'll be so honest.
She's so annoying. I hate
Yeah.
her character.
Um,
I don't really like Jane that much. I feel like I just don't like them two together, and I don't think I ever have or ever will. I just like out of all of the MCU couples out there, they're probably like one of my lowest ranked ones because I just feel like they don't have as much chemistry as other ones do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's the actors or if that's like the script or if that's just
I think it's probably the script. I think it's the script and also probably the actors. I think
I
it's
also
probably both.
don't like how he's like immortal and dating like this random like 20 something year old girl.
And this is why I want to get into some of the the shows because I have thoughts about certain ones and what they do with characterization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways, do you have any opinions on Thor?
Um, Loki, they're kind of the same as you. I don't really like any of the Thor movies except for also one specific one, which is also I wonder.
Can you guys guess it before
I
we get
actually I have a defense for it, and it's that they changed directors, and the person who directed my favorite one, which I'm sure you know, is like an incredible director, and
Mm-hmm.
he like, well, okay, I say incredible, but the last, not Infinity Saga, but the last Thor movie, was also directed by him, and I low key hated it. It was possibly one of the worst movies I've seen. It was bad. I really didn't like it at all. And that's Thor: Love and Thunder, which I can state because it's not in the Infinity Saga, so no spoilers for my opinions. But yeah, I literally hate it. So I don't really know what happened with the direction on that one. But
I think
otherwise,
they tried to recreate what they did with Ragnarok
yeah,
and they failed.
and I think a lot of it was also they had a different producer for that. Like I did, well, okay,
was it not Kevin Feige?
Well, no, I think it was, but they had another person. They had another producer on set. I think that was helping. Like I don't think it was entirely Taika Waititi that was doing a lot of the heavy loading because if you look at a lot of his other work, he does lean more towards the stuff that you see in his other work is not as bad, straight up doo doo. I guess.
I
So
want to meet Kevin Feige really badly. I really want to meet Kevin Feige, and it's because I want to ask him, dude, what happened? What have we lost the plot? Anyways, I have beef with Kevin Feige, and it's one sided beef.
I kind of also do, mostly
but I
because
also really like appreciate and like value this man. Like I
yeah,
think he's awesome.
I agree.
But
I
also I
also
have one sided
appreciate,
beef
yeah,
with him.
real. Anyways, my final thoughts on the first Thor movie is simply that I also agree his character is really boring, and I think in later movies, specifically, Chris Hemsworth gets to do a lot more of what he wants to do, and it fits his character way more. Because I think that compared to the people, like the characters around him, Thor comes across as very naive and also, like you said, babyish. I hate the born yesterday trope. It's awful. And considering he's like,
and Loki doesn't have that.
no, exactly,
which is like,
and it's considering he's like a literal like god,
and like a thousands
yeah, exactly, thousands of years old,
like
and like he should not like not know like how to navigate a world. I feel like
that he's like never been to before.
Exactly. Like I feel like he should at least have more self-awareness, and he just doesn't have it at all. He just kind of seems kind of not there.
I think this one is also going in D tier.
Yes, this one is also D for me as well.
Yeah, 2 D tier movies for me in a row. Trust me, guys, it gets better. It gets better. Oh my god, we're at the first Captain America movie. Oh my gosh, I genuinely love all 3 Captain America movies so much. I do have a least favorite, and what I mean by all 3, and I'm talking about specifically Infinity Saga. I'm ignoring Brave New World right now. I love all 3 of them. I have my favorite out of the 3, and it is the first one. But well, it's the first one because I don't consider Civil War as a Captain America movie, because I do think Civil War is better than the first Captain America movie, but my favorite Captain America movie is um the first Avenger. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It makes sense to me.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
But I love this movie. I love that it's like World War II, because I'm a huge World War II fan. And so I love seeing
World War II good. World War II good.
I love seeing what and what I mean by I'm a huge World War II fan, I mean like I find it really interesting, and I really like looking up stuff and learning stuff about it. Not that I think it was good. Let's make that clear. I think it was very bad, but holy shit, am I interested in what they like. I have done so much research. Like, one of the biggest reasons why I even wanted to go visit Germany specifically was because of like all of the stuff I wanted to learn about World War II. Like, I fully like visited Germany and Poland because like I visited Poland to learn more about World War II. Straight up. Straight up. Like, there wasn't a second reason for it. It was literally that. That was my one and only reason. I say, oh my god, that makes me sound so nerdy. I'm not this nerdy, I promise. I say lying straight through my teeth. Anyways, I love that it takes place in like the World War II time, and I love that it's like I love Bucky.
I love
Bucky. I'm in love. I'm in love with Bucky.
Aren't we all?
I love the Red Skull as a villain. I think he's like really cool as a villain.
Yes.
And I love the story of it overall. It's just such a good story, and it's such a good like this skinny kid from Brooklyn that like has nothing becoming Captain America, and how that changes his life. And I love that it's about Steve and less about like, ooh, superheroes fighting bad guys, pew pew pew. Like, I love that it's more about like Steve Rogers as the character, because it like that's why I like it. I love movies that are about the character themselves. Anyways, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I also really I love this movie. It's like it's just so good. It's so good. I love it so much. It has like a really specific vibe that I can't really explain. That like it
So
gives me
smart.
so yeah, it gives me so much nostalgia, and I have like such a soft spot for it. It's just it's such a it's and it's also like a really sweet movie. Like you said, it's not a whole lot of like super big action with like superheroes being superheroes, but it's a lot of incredibly well written characterization, and the relationship that you can see between Bucky and Steve like in the film is so important for like the later movies and the later plots. um just cuz like if you hadn't watched this, you wouldn't understand how closely bonded these two characters are. And that explains so much of Steve's inner monologue. And it's like such an important part of his character later on. Like almost everything he does is because of Bucky, which is like so crazy to think about because it's like he does pretty much everything. All of his decisions are guided by what he experienced and like his relationship he has with Bucky, and he's like it's just so cool. It's really cool, and that's why I also have beef with some of the later films,
Mhm.
and how they characterize their relationship. But yeah, I do love
Infinity War.
this.
Endgame, I'm looking at you, not
Yeah,
Infinity War.
but I do. I like this. I like. Yeah, I love Captain America: First Avenger. It's really good.
Um, one thing though is I am gonna put this in A and not S, and the only reason why is I think it just slightly falls off in like depending on if you think it's a 2 act or 3 act movie. I think it's more of like a 3 act movie, because I feel like I can like distinctly place like 3 different acts, and I feel like it falls off a lot in like the 3rd act just because it gets a lot more like slower and boring. But it's still a fantastic movie. So it's going. I feel there's problems, but it's also a problem is because it's just this is so early MCU, so it's just not.
Yeah,
They haven't
I was
like gotten that MCU recipe down.
I was
Also,
also gonna say A tier for this one.
I hate the end credit for that because the end credit is just a trailer. Um,
Yeah, real.
I don't remember a lot of the end credits because they're just there's too many. But that one I remember really well because I remember it being stupid. LOL. We love love. Lol. Captain America will return in the Avengers. Yeah, no fucking
Yes,
shit.
obviously.
No fucking
Uh,
shit.
duh. Anyways,
Ooh.
yeah, so that was also A tier for me. Now we get to move on to the first Avengers film.
Um, this is I love this film for what it is, but it has so many problems. It has so many problems. Also, it's just like I just wish they like, and this is why I want to talk. Like, I agree we should talk about like the TV shows because I wish like because of this movie that Phil Coulson would have just stayed dead. Um, and I'm kind of
Yeah,
mad that he's not because that just like means so much to you in the
yeah,
Avengers, and then you watch Agents of Shield.
right. Yeah. And on that note about episodes, I have so many issues with the Loki series. I'm not mad that they kept him alive because he's like literally one of my favorite characters in the entire MCU, but I am mad about how they executed that and how they tried to tie it into the multiverse. And then they just kind of fell short with that. I absolutely love Owen Wilson in it though. He's incredible. Shout out. Um,
Guys,
I
I'm a
love
huge
him.
Cars
I kind of love him in everything. Yeah, I'm also a huge Cars fan.
fan.
I don't know if you know this, but well, you probably don't because you don't get to see it, but I get to see it every time we film in my car. I have a Lightning McQueen sitting on my dashboard, so I love him. But anyways, Avengers for me. Actually, wait, did you have anything else to add?
Not really. Like, I really love this movie because it's the first Avengers movie, but it's just I have just like smaller issues with it, and I don't love how every single character is represented in it necessarily. Um, they also make Hawkeye and Black Widow Loki seem useless, and they're not because I love
Yeah.
them. They're not because I love them. I love them.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
I may be the only one, but I love them.
No. No. Hawkeye is one of like unironically one of my favorite characters also in the MCU. There's so many characters in the MCU. Like it's hard to pick favorites. But he is one of my favorites alongside Loki and various other characters, Iron Man, obviously. But he's one of my favorites. So
I
I
also
just
feel
don't
like
like
they
that
make
they.
some like stupid decisions just for the plot
Yeah.
in this one.
Yeah.
Like for example, the whole like, yeah, we're gonna just bomb New York because we feel like it. Like I feel like I don't know. Some of these decisions just like feel like really fucking stupid. And so yeah, I just have like
Yeah.
little issues with this movie.
Yeah.
Love the
I
one-liners.
I also have issues with this movie. There's also just a lot of. I feel like, yeah, for what it is a good film. It is a good superhero movie for introducing like a huge cast of characters in a way that means you won't have to watch every single movie that came before it um, to understand what was happening. But I think that it also falls short in characterization and like making them seem super likable, and like the relationships you kind of get glimpses of aren't really even developed later on, so it's kind of like they just kind of retcon stuff later that like kind of seems like, I don't know, ill intentioned or just not well thought out. So I do have issues with it as well, but it is also one of my favorite movies. So I don't know.
I'm gonna put it B tier above Iron Man specifically. I'm ranking between the tiers as well.
I was gonna do that also.
So it's B tier before Iron Man.
Yeah, I was literally gonna do the same thing. I was gonna do B tier before Iron Man, um, because it's better than Iron Man. There's like honestly room for ones in between that because I feel like the first Iron Man film is not the greatest. It's not on the level of, that I would say that it was one of my like my favorite favorites. It is a movie that I really like, but it's not on the same level as how much as I like the Avengers movie.
And now we are getting into Iron Man 3 PTSD the movie. uh that's obviously a joke, but it like Loki is. Loki like is just like if a movie was entirely about PTSD, it's Iron Man. Like there's no other movie that's that much about that, but which I find good. Like I find it good. I find it like talking about like characters and like their mental health, especially like if you put yourself in his shoes or in any of these characters' shoes, like yeah, they would have issues. Honestly, that's why I love Civil War so much because it talks about um like the more behind the scenes stuff rather than like the well they just like they destroyed half a city, whatever, that doesn't matter. And I love that Civil War like brings that up, and I love that Iron Man 3 like brings up the fact that he has like PTSD and has these issues. But I just kind of find the movie overall a boring watch. Like it's good like the first time you watch it, and then like I just find it. It's just a me problem personally. I just find it boring. Um. Anyways,
That's fair.
can you cut this bit out because I need to like pause this and use the bathroom?
Okay. Yeah. So Iron Man 3 is actually, for the reason of it being PTSD, the movie, my favorite Iron Man film. I bet you didn't see that one coming, considering I already went through the other two, so that only left one possibility. But anyways, it is my favorite Iron Man film because of how well they characterized Tony. Like, I really like how much they expanded on his character, because for a lot of it, they do expand on his character in the first movie and also the second one. Not really so much the second one. They kind of don't. They kind of just like carry on the like sarcastic funny boy entrepreneur playboy and
Genius billionaire
genius
playboy.
genius like
Playboy philanthropist.
yes.
Trust, you got that line down on lock.
Oh yeah. So anyways, but they do kind of hint in the first movie at like more to his character and like obviously his relationship with like Pepper and stuff. Like you can see that throughout all of the Iron Man movies that there's like probably something deeper going on here.
I love Tony Pepper. I love Tony Pepper.
But the third Iron Man film kind of like cracks his facade so much that you see all of the inner workings of like what's going on with him, because it's not even because like it goes on like it goes well past just PTSD. It also like delves into like his anxiety and like self-destructive tendencies. Like bro is driving trying to kill himself. Like he was not, he was literally, he was doing reckless things because of what he had experienced, and he didn't know how to regulate his own emotions, and he wasn't
Therapy.
he yeah, real. So I really like how well they kind of showed his like mania and like all of the anxiety he was experiencing as a result of all of this traumatic stuff that he's had to witness. And it also was just like a good reminder that he was just like a guy, that's kind of like that's why I like it, is it just kind of brings it back to him just being like a really a really wealthy man who just happened to take on this role of being a superhero, who obviously was not cut out for this because he had a traumatic childhood and now he's having a traumatic adulthood. So it's a really,
Trauma.
yeah, exactly, it's just trauma pretty much. But it's a really interesting way of looking at his character, and I really really like that movie, which is why for this reason I am putting it at it's not that high up, it's going in A tier, because I feel like S tier is reserved for some really special movies.
I'm putting it in C tier. Again, it's a good movie. I like the movie. I just find it boring and I find the rewatchability low, unlike a lot of other of these films, as somebody who rewatches them frequently. Yeah.
Real.
And now for the worst Thor movie, other than in the Infinity Saga, worst Thor movie in the Infinity Saga, Thor: The Dark World. Everyone hates this movie. I hate this movie.
Yeah,
I like have a very like normal. I have like the same opinion as like majority of fans. I feel like for a lot of these movies.
yeah. I don't really have much to say about this movie. It was just kind of bad.
Yeah, it was just kind of it was boring. I don't like Jane. I just don't like her character at all, and I don't like her in this movie, and I hate how she's like the entire plot of this movie. Um,
Yeah, it was just not really well written. It also kind of just feels like nothing important happens
like
at
the
all.
only important part is the introduction of like the shoot reality stone. That's the red one. Yes,
Yes,
I know my stones. Trust.
real.
Um,
But otherwise, kind of nothing substantial happens in the movie, and like I don't rewatch this movie like ever.
oh yeah, this is an immediate skip
And you
every
could
time.
and you could absolutely get the same information from the later movies. Like you don't have to watch this movie
Yeah,
at all to
dude,
understand what's
literally two
happening.
movies later in the Guardians, they explain the
Exactly.
stones and they like go over
I
all of the
yeah,
stones and
I
they like
feel
are
like
like reality stone. And
yeah,
honestly, if they just
that's
deleted
like
this movie and just kept that, that'd have been
because like
fine.
the real like the main introduction you get into like Thanos and all of the stones is in Guardians, like the first Guardians, and it's like you could
Technically,
just
first
watch
time
that one.
see him is in the Avengers.
Well, yes, but but
Sorry.
literally nobody gaff about him. Like you literally don't care about him at that point. You don't think that he's going to be a bigger character.
Yeah,
The only time that you're presented with him with substantial information, because the only way you see him in Avengers is like
he's just some
with he's
fugly
just
purple
yeah,
guy.
exactly, he's a purple ball sack, and he like for some reason has something to do with Loki and the Tesseract. But you don't really get that much information on him. You don't get any information on Thanos or any of the stones really until Guardians. So I feel like Thor Dark World is just not, it's just not, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't add anything substantial at all.
Yeah. Um, I'm putting that in F tier above Hulk because it is better than Hulk, but it's
Yes,
still an F
I'm
tier
I'm
movie.
doing the same. It's also F tier above Hulk.
Um, ooh, and now the next movie is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. This is my least favorite Captain America movie. Not because it's bad, because it's good. The other ones are just significantly better. I like this movie. I really love like the whole like Steve seeing Bucky again, finding out that he's alive, finding out that he's the Winter Soldier. I love Bucky. I am in love with Bucky. My favorite version of Bucky is like the 1940s Bucky. Um, I just love Bucky in like that perfect 1940s soldier uniform with like his like short hair. I like short hair Bucky more than long hair. See, this is I could talk about just Bucky himself for hours. But I love that it has to do with Steve and Bucky, and I love that. I love how they like how it just shows their relationship throughout the movie. And I don't know, it's just a good movie. It's again, not my favorite. I would skip it if I was like this is a movie I would skip sometimes, but like not always, you know? So it's just like it's there. It's a good movie. It's not bad. It's fantastic, but it's the other Captain America movies are just so much better. They're just significantly better. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think the other Captain America movies are just like way better than this one, and it kind of just makes this one look not as good, but in comparison, it is like a really good movie. I also really like this movie. I'm a huge fan of Bucky and Steve's relationship. Like I love their friendship so much. Like
Hashtag
they're
Stucky.
literally, yeah, actually I am a Stucky shipper. Outed. I love them. I love them so much. But they like I don't know. They characterize them so well in this, and like I said, Steve can't go nowhere without Bucky, bro. He's literally everywhere. In every decision he makes, he's there.
And you see
I'll
that in
be
this
there.
movie.
I'll be there. Um, exactly. You see that a lot in this movie. And it's like I really like I like the angst. I like the internal torment that you
This
have to
movie's so
witness.
emo.
It's so emo. It's like so sad and emo, and it's really funny because it gets preceded by like a movie that's the absolute opposite.
Oh my god.
um,
God, I miss like MCU. Like what year was this? Like 2014,
yes,
2015. I
yeah.
miss IO. That was
Oh, that was like
beautiful.
peak
I wasn't
MCU
even like
period.
really a fan
No,
then. I
yeah,
was what, like 10?
yeah, exactly. I just remember watching the movies, but like I think the first movie that like had a substantial impact on me was the one that came after this one, that released after this one, not like chronologic what chronologically, not timeline canon specific, but like when the release date, the one that came after this one was the one that like locked me down, you know, because I wasn't conscious enough to actually be a huge Marvel fan prior, I don't
Oh
think.
my god. Embarrassing fact. I don't think I was a Marvel fan until I mean, I had watched the movies previously. I'd seen like a couple of them previously, but I wasn't like a Marvel fan until I think around when Infinity War came out. Actually,
Really?
yeah, I like it. Like I was
Oh,
no, I wasn't a Marvel fan until I was like in like seventh grade or so, like sixth or
interesting.
seventh grade, like but so
Never do
I
that
don't know.
again.
I don't know. Because I think I like it was it slowly grew on me, and then I watched all of the movies with my brother, and I was like, wait, shit, this is actually really fucking good. Um, but my brother was a fan way before I was. He's got that on me, but nothing else because I'm a bigger fan than him. I will fight him on this. I hope you're watching. um, but I don't know. So I don't. When did I? What was this tangent about? Did this have a reason? Whatever.
I don't know. It's
I don't
okay.
know either.
Sometimes things just happen
Sometimes we
and you
just
have to
tangent.
move on. Anyways, let's get back to ranking. So Captain America Winter Soldier, what is your ranking?
Um, I think. Oh, this is hard. This is so. This one's. I think this one's like the first one I'm actually stuck on where to rank it.
I know where I'm putting it.
I think maybe C tier. Maybe
Really?
B. I'm debating. I think
Okay.
it's either a low B or C tier. I think it's C tier. C
Okay.
tier above Iron Man 3.
Interesting. Okay, I was gonna put it at B tier, low B tier. So at the bottom. So it's below the first Iron Man film and the first Avengers film.
Hmm. Yeah. The next movie. I love this movie. I love this movie. This movie is incredible. Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the soundtrack. Genuinely, all three of the Guardians movies, I listen to a lot of these songs just on my own, and then I question why my Spotify Wrapped said I was ancient. Why it said I was literally like 70. Um, I like listen.
Interesting.
I listen to songs from Guardians of the Galaxy and wonder why Spotify thinks I'm old. But I love this movie. I love the soundtrack. I love the characters. Oh, it's just so beautiful. It's I love you, James Gunn. Marvel fucked up with
Literally.
the Marvel fucked that up. That
Actually,
Marvel fucked that shit up. I am
they fucked it up
I
so
am
bad.
so mad that Marvel lost like the wonderful director.
They lost like
James
the
Gunn.
only thing they had going for them at this point in time. And now DC has him. And
DC's good.
yeah,
Now.
and now they've
What?
managed to convert me, an avid DC hater. Not hater. I don't hate DC. I just didn't like the DCEU.
I need to
didn't
watch
like the Zack
Superman.
Snyder. I didn't like the Snyderverse movies. But this new the new everything that James Gunn has worked on, incredible, delicious.
The only
Birds of Prey.
I really want to watch the new Superman movie. The only DC movies I had watched that I've enjoyed in the past have been the Dark Knight trilogy and Lego Batman. I love Lego Batman. Lego Batman is the best Lego movie out of all of them. He is also the coolest version of Batman. He's also like canonically the most like OP version of Batman, which is so fucking funny to me. And it's because he's like he's a Lego piece and he's just like unbreakable.
I also love the Joker in Lego Batman.
Why it's like so serious.
Why so serious? It's just beautiful.
Oh my god!
I love that they act like a married couple.
Oh my god!
It's glorious.
And then
love it
Robin
so
in that movie. Oh, beautiful! And Alf. I love every single character.
It's
in
so
that.
funny.
I love that movie.
Love it.
Pewter. How do I put the Joker in the Phantom Zone? Quickest route, no freeways. I love that movie. I'm not a DC fan, but I will be if every movie is made like the Lego Batman movie.
So true. Honestly, James Gunn's kind of on that route. I won't even lie. Anyways, Guardians of the Galaxy, literally
immediate S tier.
Yeah, immediate S tier. Also, my personal thoughts on it don't really have that many other than immediate S tier. They are my favorite movies of all time. Like of all time. Out of not just MCU, but like overall, all of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are literally incredible. Anytime I'm having a bad day, I go back and watch one of the Guardians movies. They are literally like the best things ever. So, like I said, immediate S tier.
Yeah, I love the Guardians movies. We don't really need to say anything more about them. They're just perfect. Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. Which I don't think I've ever called it Avengers 2. I kind of just call it Age of Ultron, but that is what it is. It is Avengers Part 2. Age of Ultron. I don't love this movie. I find it a little boring. But one thing that I absolutely adore about this movie is the one-liners. The one-liners in this movie are incredible. The characters are really awesome. I really love the introduction of the Maximoff twins, and I am so fucking sad that Quicksilver dies at the end of this movie. It makes me actually like so upset that he dies because he's such a cool character, and I wish like they're oh my god, the movie like I understand why they killed him, but also I don't like I want him to be alive.
Yeah.
And that makes me mad. So
yeah.
But also I just I'm comparing this to the other Avengers movies. This is the worst Avengers movie. It's not as meaningful as the first Avengers, and it's nowhere near as good as Infinity War, Endgame, and hopefully Doomsday. Who knows how that's gonna end up?
Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, same thoughts. It's like the worst one. I don't. But it's not like movie. It's not bad. It's not a bad movie. I personally, I just don't like it. Like I just kind of just don't like the movie. It's not one I ever like reach for if I'm looking to watch an MCU movie. I'm never going to watch this one.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the plot. To me, it is just kind of boring. I like Ultron.
Oh, I love
he's a
Ultron as a
funny
villain.
villain. I love him.
I wish they did
Um,
like it. I wish they did this movie better. I wish they
I
did
think
Ultron
I
better.
honestly I wish it would have been I think it would have been more compelling if he was a scarier villain
Yeah.
because you don't get a lot of the sense of fear that I think they were going for with like a crazed AI. I think if they had gone with like the vibe of like if they had gone like the route of Am, that would have been so cool to like have him like because he's like I don't know, he's just if they wanted him to be kind of charismatic, like they could have had him be like Am. I think that would have been incredible because Am is the benchmark for scary AI villains. It's Am.
I one thing I've said before, not on the podcast, but one thing I've said before, and one thing I still agree with is I wish the MCU wasn't afraid to make a horror movie.
I
Like
agree.
they need to like for some movies. Yes, this is not like this does not need to be done for a majority of the movies, but there's a certain few which they would be so much better if they just upped the horror
I
factor of it,
agree. I
and
agree.
Age of Ultron is one of them.
I agree.
Because Ultron being scarier, which he's terrifying. If anybody has seen What If, I may be the only person who enjoys What If. Well, season one specifically, and then Marvel Zombies, which is not What If, but it's kind of What If. Oh my god, I need to stop talking about new Marvel. Anyways, if anybody's like seen that, you can like in What If it's just so like they actually make him seem like more of a like an actual threat because he is a threat. He's one of the he's the biggest threat the Avengers have faced up to that point, and he's
Mm-hmm.
terrifying. He is so scary. He's
Yeah.
honestly at certain points scarier than Thanos. Um,
Yeah. No, he totally is. I
and he could do so much worse, more damage than
mm-hmm.
Thanos. Um, but I just they should have upped the horror
Mm-hmm.
factor.
I agree. I think that they like I don't know. I could talk about that forever. I think that if they had chosen to make him not as charismatic and like goofy, I guess. He is scary in the movie, don't get me wrong. Like there is a sense of like dread at what he could possibly do and obviously you're seeing people getting their asses handed to them. But he's just not as scary as he could be. He's not scary in the way that like would make you want to like run and hide and
Mm-hmm.
never come out of your house ever again.
And he should be.
He should be because I think, like I said, I think if they should have made him like Am or looked at other AI horror villains, like they should have even like I mean even in
And AI is
space,
terrifying.
yeah, even like in Space Odyssey, like he's like Hal's not that like scary, like he's not that scary, and it's not a horror movie, but there is more horror elements to it because he's not as like you because you don't understand him. I think you understand Ultron too much. I think that in order for him to be scarier is he just needed to not be as like charismatic and like stereotypically villainy where he's like giving like these villain speeches and things like that. Like you shouldn't have heard him monologue at all until like the very last moment, which is why I say I'm trying like they should have gone Am because that is like the most impactful thing is where you hear Am like literally like expressing his hate for humankind in such a way that like you would never have thought possible. He's terrifying and he can do whatever he wants to people, whatever he wants, and he does. That's like the point. So I think if they had gone that route where you like you're just he's like more of an unknown, I think it would have been better. I think they shouldn't have made him so superhero villainy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rank this in C tier between Captain America and Iron Man 3. Um,
I'm gonna rank this C tier as well. Actually, no, below Iron Man 2 because I just genuinely never watched this movie, but I do rewatch all of the Iron Man films regularly. So,
and our next one, this is we're getting into the peak MCU moments right now. And we start off peak MCU with Ant-Man. This is unfortunately, like I'm actually really disappointed about the statement. This is the best Ant-Man movie. And it's just because like this movie isn't that amazing. Like it's not that great. It's not a bad movie. It's a really good movie. I really enjoy this movie. I enjoy a lot of the characters. I love Luis. What?
Luis,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
I love him.
I love him. He's fantastic.
My cousin knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
I love those little like bits. But it's just overall it's not that fantastic of a movie. It's like it's a for the MCU overall, it's just there. It's a good movie. It's not a bad movie. I don't skip it, but I don't love it. And unfortunately it's the best Ant-Man movie, which really sucks because the other Ant-Man movies are so goddamn bad that this one's the best one, and that makes it just like hurts me because I feel like they could have, if they kept it like this movie, but like I feel like they could have done so much better in the other ones, and so this movie just like kind of breaks my heart a little bit for being the best Ant-Man movie because I wish it wasn't. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. No, I agree. I also like it is the best Ant-Man movie. I hate all of the other ones. But I actually love this movie. Like I love Ant-Man. I also love Paul Rudd. I love Paul Rudd. He's so funny, and I also really love all the characters in this. And it's honestly one of the better character introduction movies that we've had, like overall. Um, like I really really love it. I don't know. I really like how well they humanized, like they humanized his character so well. Like you don't see him as Ant-Man, you see him as Scott. Like that's
I
it.
love that about
And that's also one of the reasons why I love like the first Captain America movie is because you don't see him as Captain America, you see him as Steve Rogers. And I think that this takes a very similar track, and that's why I love it so much. Because you just kind of don't really get that with the other movies. Like the first Iron Man film, you kind of Tony Stark and Iron Man are synonymous. Like they're the same person. You don't really see a whole lot of what's going on inside of Tony's head besides him like getting trapped in a cave like that. But at that point, it's like he's still Iron Man at that point. Like you don't see the emotion that kind of led him up to that point. Like the only reason he became Iron Man was because out of necessity, not out of like any other like thing that was happening. You know, like with Steve, like he became Captain America not out of necessity. He became a super soldier not out of necessity. He became Captain America because he chose to do the right thing. And that's sort of like the difference, I think. But I love this movie.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna be ranking it B, above the Avengers, which is crazy, but I do I that's just because this is newer MCU, and so therefore I think it's like newer in this when we're talking about like Avengers versus
Right,
Ant-Man.
yeah.
This is still like 10 years ago.
I'm going to rank this one actually A tier because, like I said, it's one of my like I love this movie. But it's gonna go at the bottom of A tier, so it's gonna go below Iron Man 3.
Very similar rankings. This is like okay, so the next movie is Civil War. Before I get into this movie, this is like the last movie I've seen so far in my current rewatch of it. Every time
Oh,
some
honestly,
a
I think
part this is just goofy. Every time like a part comes out and I like catch myself giggling at it, I just go like I'm
yeah,
like no, stop laughing. This is it's not it because I know what happens, and so anyways, let's continue.
yeah. On that note, though, real quick, I think this was the last one you watched, and it might be the last one we review because we are reaching our peak right now. So I think we might actually have to make a part 2 episode of this.
Oh my god.
We have we have like
Do we want to wait for Civil War to be the first of part 2 because it's just so
okay,
Civil
yeah.
War?
We actually, you know what? We're gonna do that. Because we still have like the other half of the Infinity Saga to review right now. And
Damn, I
unfortunately,
wasn't even paying attention to the time. We've just been yapping.
yeah, we have been yapping. Honestly, there's a lot to say. I have so much I could say about Marvel, like in every single capacity, like every facet of Marvel. It intrigues me. Um, but I was like, yeah, I love Marvel. It's great. But we are kind of running out of time here, so we will continue this in a part 2 episode. Um, yes, and if you want to hear us talk more about Marvel, we will gladly do so. So
Always.
yes,
Always and
please,
forever.
literally always and forever. So please So please leave a comment if you would like to see more Marvel, or honestly, like more movie reviews or tier rankings in general. This is really fun. I really like doing this.
I'm having the time of my life right now. Like I want to keep going, but also we are trying to keep every single episode at about an hour. Unfortunately. But part 2 will be out soon. It'll probably be like the next episode.
Yes.
Oh, 100% actually.
It will be the next episode. It will be.
Because we're not that evil.
No, we're not. We won't make you wait too long.
Just a little bit, just a little evil.
Or will we?
What if we just like lied to you and said that it's gonna be the next episode?
You'd never know.
Yeah, you're not gonna
never know that.
Except like if they're watching this like a fucking year in the future, they would know. That you maybe know. You might know more than us.
Well, probably.
Wow.
How's future life?
Yeah.
How's it going? Is there even a future?
Has the world ended? Is this like the last day the Earth the Earth?
Do we have Greenland?
Works?
Do we have Greenland? I hope not. I really hope not. Does Greenland have us? I hope they do. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here.
Subscribe to us on Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, whatever else. Follow us on our personal accounts as well.
Those are linked in our link tree.
Yeah. I don't have anything else to add.
As always, new episodes release on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So keep an eye out for that. And come back and watch for the second part of this, I suppose. See you then. Thank you guys so much for listening. Bye.